Hello, channel partners. I am so excited to welcome you to GLEAC. First of all, thank you wholeheartedly for being a part of our journey and being part of the tribe, your family now. So get ready. So you should have gotten by now the sales tools from the team. And I'm going to give you an idea of how I use them. I mean, clearly you use your genius to put it together in the way that suits your clients' needs. But I think hearing from me how I'm using them might be helpful and might give you some ideas. I always start by sending out a really quick our explainer video. It's on YouTube. You should have access to it. Now, there's a long version of it, which is about 4 minutes. So I don't know if clients really might have that time. And then there's 3 shorter versions. So I like that 3 shorter versions because the first one kind of gets to the point of what GLEAC does. The second one is the measurement part of it. And the third part is how we plug and play it with clients. So explainer video and the 1-pager is where I normally start with clients. Depending on the types of clients, if it's an L&D department, I also might put in one of the learning journeys where I kind of say, click here for a demo. You know, that helps. It really kind of just depends on which departments you're going to. If you know that they're going to, want more substantive stuff, I also include the demo. Then there's the kind of the flow of GLEAC when you want to think about it. And this is how your sales tools would work in terms of, that flow. So, you have 2 types of benchmarks. You have the mini benchmark, which is just 10 questions, and it pops out this great report. And then there is the big, broader benchmark, which takes about 15 to 20 minutes. It's CPD, it's British Psychology approved. Sorry, not CPDs are lessons. And it gives that substantive report. So you do have a sample copy of what that substantial report looks like. And you also have a demo of what the small mini benchmarks look like. Depending on the client, job portals, for example, we might give them the mini benchmarks in a freemium model just because of volume. So if they have millions and millions of users, if it's a smaller client, that's a paid product. The mini benchmarks, clearly the big benchmarks is a paid product also. After the benchmarks, you have the upskilling. So you have a whole learning catalog, which has the lessons right now. Don't be afraid to come to us and ask, the client is missing this or wants this. We have an amazing curriculum development team. So if something is missing and it's a good client for a long period of time and we have to custom develop material to suit their needs, we're willing to do that. But certainly in terms of the catalog, you kind of have an idea where it is. So how does that work? Sometimes we have clients take the benchmark and then we use those benchmarks and we map it to specific curated learning journeys. Some clients just come and they're like, I just want to upskill my team, and they kind of keep it separate, right? They might not even want the benchmarks, or they might take the benchmarks and not connect it to the learning journeys. Either or can work. Then there is the part in terms of, the measurement. This is a different type of client. If ever you have a client that comes and says, I'm only interested in your measurement part, get in touch with me and I can walk you through how that looks and sounds and feels. Now, the different ways that we can go into a client's platform, primarily there are 3. One, they can use our app. We can issue the learning journeys for them. 2, it can be through their system. So whether they have SuccessFactors or whatever system they have, we can do an API plugin right into their system. Or number 3, which a lot of clients seem to like these days, is they're able to issue links and deliver the learning journeys right on WhatsApp or Microsoft Teams or on work groups within Facebook. So extremely flexible. With regards to any consulting or help their HR departments might need, again, come back to us. Many of them ask for, can we have weekly stand-ups with the managers on the stuff that's happening online? You always want to have like a touch point. You just don't want to put people online and just leave them. So whether it is that's part of what you're doing in terms of your business, or whether it is you would like us to help you with that, let us know and we can help you if you have never done it before in terms of building a price point for it. And just remember, in terms of, the basics when it comes to sales, it's, I think, like 5 or 6 core triggers. People want to feel that by getting this product, they're part of an elite group. So you use, the press, you use who our clients are, to let them know that they're part of this elite group. That's the first thing. Everyone wants to, it's a psychological trigger, right? There's a reason why we buy brand name stuff. We're part of this elite group. Second is, I want you to make sure and always address, if a client is talking to you, they're also looking at competitors. So address who the competitors are and immediately state why GLEAC is different. Why leave it for them to figure it out? You tell them and show them why it's different, so that's another thing. 3, time bound. You don't want to leave anything too open. You want to kind of create some benefits and options with them if you close within a certain time period. Always extremely, extremely helpful. The fourth, I would say, is don't let it sound too complicated. Clients have to believe that they're capable of running GLEAC, having their employees on GLEAC. It's going to be the simple process. So believability in terms of GLEAC is something that is super, super important. And the fifth thing I would say is, be human with them, right? A lot of times it doesn't have to be that complicated. If a client can see the humanity in yourself in terms of you presenting the product, what it can do for other people, they're more inclined to wanting to do business with you. So always pay attention to how you make a client feel, because it doesn't matter. You can have the best product in the world, and if the client doesn't feel anything, you're not going to close the deal, and we're not going to close the deal. I'm here for all of you. Anything you need, know I'm here to support you. Reach out to the team, reach out to me personally, and I cannot wait for you to spray GLEAC on the world. Enjoy the journey with us. Thank you.